guys, this is Tyrone Stutson, Plus One Gaming, DM Warriors. I come with you bringing my Infernoid post-Bosh deck profile. Some people ask, some people just like beg me for a list. Well, whatever. So we're about to get into this real quick and show you like what I'm playing, I guess. So here we go. This video is brought to you by the Mermails and the gang. Mermail Nation. I can't wait. We're about to be there. So, we start off with the heart and soul of the deck. The boy Decatron. We played 3 of him. Sends whatever, becomes whatever, is whatever. We love him. We play our last normal summon target, which is Raiden. We only play 4 normal summons because we want the reasoning mills to be really huge, and we also play another card in our deck that's kind of like another reasoning kind of thing. Also, you don't want to open up with so many normal summons. You want to have very few normal summons in your hand because you don't want to. You want to have as many playable cards as possible in every turn because of how fast the format is. Like Pepe and Cosmos, they can almost play they can like dump their whole hand out if they really want to, and you want to be able to do the same thing to them. So that's why we play only 4 targets. The 3 big dudes. We played Double Devi because Heavy Storm is like super real, and we played Wananoku because it can blow up monsters. It's 3,000. It's got a huge butt, and she's neat because she can just negate spell and traps. So you can like solidify. You can guarantee yourself wins when you're trying to push through cards. We play the 1 Sajet, used only for Decatron to make it a level 7. Also, we are playing. When he attacks, he can banish a card out of their extra deck. So that's kind of neat. Sometimes people like banish Dweller, and if I was playing Turtle, then that'd be relevant. But I'm not playing Turtle because of the fact that most decks, when you mill the Turtle, then they just make a Dweller, and they can do that and have the field to OTK you through it, so you just cut it. 2 Attendale, he sucks, but you still play him because of the fact that if there is a monster, he can like almost guarantee some certain wins if he can like get the attack twice bonus, and he's huge. He's 28. The best Sajet banishes a card at the end of the battle phase when he battles a monster. Just banishes whatever. Level 7 too is just like the great level in this deck. The way you used to make Omega. This is the Omegas. The Omega squad. We have the 3 Patrula, 3 Harmadic, pops monsters, pops spell and traps. Harmadic is actually like has more use too because you needed to use it to pop your tiara when you're trying to go off and not clog have your level restriction capped. 1 Antra bounces Dante's, bounces whatever. It bounces Iron Wall, I guess. It also can like force Infinity to negate, so that's pretty cool, etc, etc. Consistency, we have the 3 Upstart Goblins because yeah, draw cards. 37 cards. The best card in the deck, the 5 broken cards. We have 3 Reasoning, Monster Gate, and 1 for 1. 1 for 1 is broken, Monster Gate's more broken, Reasoning is the deck. And then we have our Void Imagination. What this card does, if you don't know, Infernoid monsters you control whose levels are 2 or lower, or 2 or higher, become level 1. And that allows you to summon as many noise as possible, and they just all become level 1 on the field. So you can like summon Attendale while this is on the field, it becomes level 1. Summon Seismus on the field, it becomes level 1. So now your total cap level is 2. Then you can summon another one and another one, and you can just keep going until you max out. Then, also this card is Shadow Fusion. If your opponent controls an extra deck monster, you can send this card to the graveyard to fusion summon a fusion Infernoid monster from your extra deck. And if you use it that way, if you don't control extra deck monster, you can send 6 Infernoids from your deck to the graveyard, which is really stupid. It just becomes Foolish Burial 6 for 6. It's really neat. You use it on like Ignisters and the King Pharaoh Imps and like Infinities. It's like another card that they're like forced to negate, before reasoning or after reasoning because there's so much you can do now. And then the last reborn, special spell, whatever, instant fusion, allows for OTKs, allows for you to like drop Omega turn 1 if you really need to, etc., etc. We have 3 Twin Twister. This card is so just good. It's just free for me. It's a free card. Just MST back rows, MST scales. Never get noticed. Never get warnings. Sometimes it happens. Sometimes they use their Infinity to negate this card, which kind of sucks if you like can't clear like the Iron Walls and stuff or whatever. And we have Book of Moon, the best singular spell card in the deck, period. Besides, next to Monster Gate. This and Monster Gate are the best 2 cards. It's just books, stops OTKs, make sure you don't lose to infinities, etc., etc. Just forces that card out. Then we have Void Seer and Burial as our last 2 spells in the deck. Void Seer just protects your huge boards from being broken, and Burial is just make more Infernoids, basically. And then the last 2, Solemn and Breakthrough Skill. Solemn, Breakthrough, they're pretty explanatory, self-explanatory. So then we go to this cool extra deck. We're going to do the extra first. Heliopolis. You use this to make an OTK happen, or use it to clear through more cards because of the fact that it doesn't target. So you just want to make sure your cards resolve or that you're trying to push for a lot of damage on the board. Also, in the Cosmo matchup, you can use this as your first rank 8 that you make instead of making the Alcé when they don't have the town face up. So you can keep your Alcé for when they do have the town, and then you can spend the town back. Alcé is still good, great versus the Cosmos deck. Great versus a lot of decks actually. You get to hopefully call the right card. Sometimes you just call the card that will win you the game. That's literally what this card does. You call the card that will either win you the game or bring you back into the game if you're behind, and that's what's good. I don't play the big sea cannon dudes because I just don't feel like making a rank 8 turn 1 is better than making like Draco Sack Monster turn 1. Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon. This card's really interesting. Becomes a OTK monster in a sense. He can also get more value if there's an Odd Eyes Meteor Burst in your graveyard. So if I was playing 2 Meteor Bursts, I could go attack with random Infernoid or something, negate the attack with this, use Infernoid, tribute this off. Special the Meteor Burst, attack with the Meteor Burst, tribute this off, special summon another Meteor Burst, and that'd be it. But what you do is you make this in an Infernoid, like Attendale or Attendale I think is game. So you attack with both of these, and that's 56, and then you attack with a 25 after you tribute off the banisher card in the grave. That's game. And if they didn't, if they do not juggler either of these attacks, it's immediately game because you tribute this off the banisher card, and then the Meteor Burst happens. And since it's the battle phase, they can't like juggler anymore or whatever. So that's pretty good. Draco Sack first turn, really retarded fields. I'm also thinking of just like making the Odd Eyes first turn because the Odd Eyes stops me from being OTK'd, but at the same time it just gets spun back if they just make the Mr. field, so it's kind of crappy. Castell, Dweller, the only rank 4s. Early, you just need this to out Iron Wall, you just need this for BA and to clear Cosmos when you're making a huge board to attack over the Dark Destroyer. Scarlet, OTK, and other generic use. Omega, generic, Colossal, everyone's maining maxi, so this just makes the Cosmo match really easy for your game 1, since that's really tough since now you main Imagination, and they never make the extra deck, so it becomes the immediate side out. Meteor Burst, OTK, Stop Juggler, Cosmos, etc., etc. Level 7, which is good. Black Rose, blows everything up. It's basically used. And if you need to make a Synchro turn 1 to make the Draco Sack, you make this. Because this is, like, you don't need it. You never make this card, usually. Unless you're so far behind where this is the only way to, like, kill them. Or you have game already and you just make this to make sure the game is, like, going through. And then OTK Monster, Chambara is the last Synchro. last cards are Tiara and Elder Entity God Norden. So with Tiara, when it's summoned off of the Void Imagination, use its effect, it'll send 6 cards. It'll send 3 from the top of the deck, from both players' top of the deck, and it'll send 3 from your extra deck and their extra deck to the graveyard. So you can send this. The reason you play 2 is because you always send another one of these, because this is a free Infernoid name, so it gets to be banished. It's free. It's crap. It's just super free. And you send Omega, and then you just send anything else. You usually just can send a monster that Omega can return, unless like you need to do something else. I don't really know. I was thinking about playing double Norden. That way, like, I could just send the Norden and then have, I guess, a Reborn, something like that. Whatever. But you also, when you summon this card off of Imagination, you want to already have an Infernoid, either Harmadic. When you play the Imagination, you want to either have an Infernoid that is Harmadic, you want to have an Infernoid that can tribute during either player's turn, or you want to have Monster Gate. That's the only way to clear this dude off the field, because he's huge. His level is 11. So if he gets smashed on the field, your opponent doesn't really care, because like you can't summon any more of their Infernoids unless you have another Imagination in your hand, which will make this card level 1. And then the side deck. So we have 2 Fortress Dragons and 3 core. It's the only way to make the matchup easy for you, or even playable really, versus Cosmos, because it's really tough. You can't really like beat the ships without going into your extra deck and banishing a lot of cards. So this just makes it a really playable matchup for you. It's really tough. So there you go. We have our 2 MST. You have Twin Twister, but MST is still really good. You don't have to discard anything. Sometimes you don't want to discard anything because of your cards that require other cards like Monster Gate and or 1-for-1. So yeah. Book of Eclipse is another Book of Moon. Really just for Infinity and stupid decks that can just put a whole bunch of stuff on the field, and you don't want that to happen. So also Mermails. These are for Mermails really. Torrential, definitely for Mermails. When they try to do their huge OTK, you're like, nah, get wrecked. Gnomes, really good versus Pepe and really good versus Burning Abyss. Definitely with Omega, this like makes the Omega definitely worthwhile, because of the fact that you can just keep returning this and like every turn they're stunned. And then we have 2 Typhoons. Going second, you really want to always go second with the Infernoids. You want to have them make an extra deck monster or something and like put this field out so you can play through their cards, have your Twin Twisters live and stuff. So that's good. And then the last card is Anti-Spell Fragrance, which is just stupid. I'm not playing Spark Dragon anymore because Colossal Fighter is better for that matchup since Maxi is real. And Spark Dragon, you really don't want to have a Seismos Banisher card when they Cosmo Town. So that's about it. And you wasted your battle phase when you do that, which kind of sucks. You want to have your battle phase be really, really strong when you battle in Cosmo, because you want to end the game quickly. You don't want to just clear a monster and then have them get it back. And that's about it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile with iTweety, aka DM Warrior, aka Decatron. So yeah. That's it. That's my post Bosh Infernoids.